that throw off their opponents.
Yes, definitely. And if you've got time, make sure to go check out the Champions War League Twitter handles, because it could be that any of these players, oh my gosh, look at our ring base. It could be the MVP,
Yeah.
and the MVP is all about you.
Yes, guys, you can help vote for the MVP on the Champions War League Twitter, and also you can help vote for the best player reaction. So make sure you go check out their Twitter. But look at this, the grand finals of the Champions War League. Ladies and gentlemen, Tribe Gaming versus Time2Throw and Coco. We finally get the ring bases.
We do, and Nebrox is bringing the Electro Dragons to try and counter and take down Max's base. We've got that early blimp under here as well to make sure we can get that Town Hall down and alleviate that pressure from those Town Hall beams and the Giga Poison. And these Multi-Infernos doing quite a bit of damage in here. We do invest that one freeze there, getting the scatter shot under there as well, which is going to be huge. And there's quite a lot of Electro Dragons still remaining after clearing out a lot of the damage out of the core of Max's base. That Monolith still looking fierce though on that southern side. But what do you think is going to happen towards that right-hand side area?
That right-hand side area is going to be the last section to go down. He still has the Royal Champion to deploy here. A ton of time on the clock. He's currently trying to calculate where's the best spot to drop the Champion. The E-Drags in the core with the free spell do get through that last air targeting hero. He decides to invest his last rage spell on the E-Drags. He thinks they can get a good bounce off this Expo, and they do. He chains a couple of defenses. The Champion has her ability, and you can see him already celebrating, getting super excited, and then going right back over to his iPad to start clicking some more. The Royal Champion has her ability, but a Skelly Trap pops here. Is that going to cause an issue? I'm not sure.
Oh, the Royal Champion's being distracted, and she's also not going to go directly for this Multi-Inferno, yet it still manages to get sniped here. And the final defense goes down. It's all about the cleanup. Over a minute on the clock, 4 buildings remaining, and Nebrox is coming in with the first hit, first triple of the war, putting Time2Throw in the hot seat.
Yes, indeed. I'm kind of glad that we get to see the ring bases, but, you know, we were kind of bouncing back and forth saying, is it risky? Are they too easy to triple? That one didn't seem easy. I mean, it was very close. It just came down to the Royal Champion at the end. She didn't have that much health left. The Phoenix bringing the Warden back to life allowed him to get that last Inferno Tower, which helped out a ton as well. I'm very curious to see if all 5 of their bases are going to be ring bases. It might be a very interesting match if so.
Yes, it definitely will be. It is nice to see that there is ring bases still out there, but there's not defending just yet. So the statistics within the Champions War League for ring bases is not looking too good at the moment. We'll see if we'll have some more in there.
Yeah, we'll see if it pays off, but I do think Time2Throw are in a position where they can afford to go for that risk right now, because even if they do lose this matchup, they did get here from the upper bracket. We'll have a bracket reset, and we're still going to have to play another match. So Tribe Gaming have to beat Time2Throw in 2 matches in a row, while Time2Throw only have to win 1 of these upcoming matches.
Yeah, Time2Throw have got that second life, as you previously mentioned, so they are able to spice it up a little and maybe play something that isn't the usual meta to maybe try and catch Tribe Gaming off guard. And Bonky is up with a hybrid. We haven't seen many hybrids today.
No, I can't remember seeing any other hybrids so far today. This might be the first one. Bonky coming in with the early Yeti Bomb. No spells invested, none needed. He just wants the Yetis to take out the Monolith, and they do perfectly get it down. Healers on the Queen. She'll be able to take out the King with the help of that Headhunter. And because of that gap in front of the Town Hall, it looks like Queen's probably going to skip the Town Hall and walk to the right toward the Inferno Tower, and then maybe he'll try to wall break Queen to get access to the Town Hall a little bit later.
Yeah, we got these Coco Loons coming in, which is going to make sure that we don't lose any of those healers. We want to keep as many of them as possible. And as you said, we're getting some nice pathing there towards that right-hand side to go into that Multi-Inferno compartment, hopefully. And we've got a Baby Dragon just clearing out some more of those buildings on that right-hand side to ensure the Queen does go the way that Bonky wants her to. And we've already got that enemy Queen down here. A few of the Clan Castle troops exiting there as We do start to come in range. Unfortunately, the healers are in range of this multi-inferno. Queen does quite rapidly take it down, but a little bit of damage coming in there. And here are the remaining clan castle troops coming out, just slowing that queen charge down. And let's see where this wall breaker goes. We've got some nice opening here towards the core of the base.
That is a beautiful wall breaker. It's going to give Queen access to so much of the middle of the base, including the town hall. And because of the pathing there, she can not only get the town hall, but she'll likely not even step inside the Giga Poison after taking the town hall out. He's got the hybrid in on the top side, having to use the first heal and the warden ability in the first compartment. Might not be ideal, but at least we get through that first compartment. We're going to rage, we're going to freeze the Archer Queen, trying to get through that town hall. Now it's just about how long we can keep the hybrid troops alive, how much value this Royal Champion can get moving into the back section of the base.
Yeah, Bonky's also decided to not use that invisibility here for the Queen and use that Queen ability here instead to get some additional value and hopefully use that on the Royal Champion, I think. But we've got that one final compartment there on that right-hand side, the Multi-Inferno and the enemy Royal Champion, one headhunter at hand. And as you can also see, we also have that Poison Lizard doing a little bit of damage before going down here. There's the invisibility, as we mentioned. Is it going to be sufficient to clear out those last few defenses, though? I think there's a few traps in here slowing us down.
It's so close for Bonky, the Warden trying to take out the Inferno Tower, but then he switches targets at the last second. Not able to get through. It's really good percent, but like you mentioned, I'm curious to know if he did use the Invis spell for the healers to keep them alive. Could Queen have stayed up? Could she have gotten that last Inferno? It's hard to tell. Maybe, but either way, it's going to be the early lead for Tribe Gaming in this matchup, 3 stars to 2.
Yeah, Tribe Gaming, they are looking strong right now. It's still early days, so it still could go either ways, but they started with a bang, and this puts the pressure on Time2Throw. And I mean, they've done it before. They could do it again. They might be able to make a comeback from that 2-star that they had early on, because you saw in previous matches they did perform very, very well, Lex.
Yeah, they did. Time2Throw in all of their other matches. I feel like their previous 2 matches, they still had somewhat of a struggle, failing at least one of their first 2 attacks. But their middle attackers, their closing attackers have been super solid so far this weekend. So this one was really good percent. We've been seeing Max typically go second. I think he's actually 0 for 3, but that 99% or 98 on the last one, he's got to be feeling a little bit confident going into this match.
Yeah, Rakiras is up next, and look what base that we've got here again, Lex.
Yes.
Yeah, Diego, the base here, another ring base. I mean, we're spicing it up here definitely for Time2Throw's base building side, and we've got a few loons coming in here, as well as those zaps. Again, Rakira's getting that queen under those zaps to get that done, and we don't have to worry about that later on in the attack. And we're clearing out some of those buildings around the outskirts of the base. There are a few hidden tests, I think, that popped up there, and we've also managed to pull those clan castle troops, and that one archer is actually going to be able to pull these clan castle troops away from those defenses for the queen to deal with on her own.
Very nice base identification from Mercurius here. Not only getting a scatter shot, a rage tower, an expo with all those zaps, but also hitting the Archer Queen. Just super, super bonus value. Let's see how he's going to pick apart the rest of the base. He's going with a well thought out hero dive here, and he's got Lalo for the back end. He does have a battle blimp currently activated. I'm wondering if he's planning on just using that for the town hall, or if he could potentially just get his queen all the way to the town hall here.
Yeah, I mean, the queen, she's looking good at the moment. She still has her ability, and the king's trying to cut her off here. There's a few headhunters as we meet the enemy king there, and I don't know if the queen's going to make it all the way into that town hall compartment, though, because we still got some of those buildings in that Eagle Artillery area, and the king's going around the outskirts of this compartment. There is an ice golem going off here. Oh, there's still one ice golem remaining here, which is now starting to pass for that queen there as well.
That is going to make things a little bit awkward, but at least the Unicorn is outside the range of the multi while she fights the Ice Golem, so the Unicorn going to stay alive, going to continue to heal this Queen. He's got the champion on the upper side of the base, helping to grab some of these defenses, but as he runs out of time, he makes a decision. He can't wait any longer. He's just going to go ahead and use the Battle Blimp for the Town Hall. That might have been the plan all the entire time. Who knows? But the Queen wraps around. She's even going to help take out that Town Hall now as she gets in there. The balloon's moving through the left side of the base. The Town Hall section goes down. The ranged up Yetis, the ranged up champion getting a lot of value in the core. He's got backup balloons on the bottom side of the base. The Queen and Unicorn still managing to push through this core. You can see how excited he is, clapping his hands together as this base is crushed.
Yeah, what another beautiful hit coming in for Rikiras, and he is very proud of his performance here. I mean, he's had some really beautiful hits, and this is also making sure that Tribe stays strong since they can't slip up here. They're coming through from that lower bracket, and they need to make sure that they're hitting triple after triple to keep Time2Throw in that hot seat, to put the pressure on them so that they can go to that second war to win it all.
Very good point. They cannot slip up. One slip up and they might just be eliminated from this tournament. They got to win 2 matches in a row. And starting off 2 triples in after 2 attacks is putting them in a really good spot. Not only do they have the advantage there in just straight up stars and percent, but mentality might just be completely shifting into their favor, even though they're coming in from the lower bracket.
Oh, definitely. I think they're going into it very strong. I mean, they had that one disconnect, and I think, you know, that may have brought a little bit of an upset there, but they're recovering very, very strong. As you can see, 2 really good openers as well. And these are the attacks that they don't have a lot of time to plan on. So the next few attacks, they have had even more time to plan and prep and also ask for advice from their other teammates. So I think they're just going to continue with that streak. I mean, they're looking pretty fierce right now, and these ring bases, they don't seem to be paying off just yet. But it's nice to see, though.
It only takes one. That's the beautiful thing about ring bases. All you need is one magical 1-star defense, and it can turn the entire war around. Sometimes that's the advantage of running 5 ring bases. There might just be one player on this Tribe roster that's not ready to handle it. But we got Max coming in, and it looks like he used, I think it was just a couple of lightning spells for a sweeper in the middle of the base there. Some rocket balloons, maybe, and an E-Dragon doing a little bit of early funneling on the right side, and a lot more E-Drags coming in from the northeast side of the base with the Battle Blimp soaring for the Town Hall Chamber. He's going to pop the Warden ability. Let's see how much destruction these dragons can do.
Yeah, that blimp under that water ability is very crucial. As you can see, there's a bunch of traps popping up here, and we also have clones coming in from Max, which is going to get as much value as possible around that Town Hall area. The invisibility spell tower does go off, but in the meanwhile, we've got all these super minions that can target the other defenses before retargeting that Town Hall and getting that additional star on the board. And we've got a bit of a split of the Electro Dragons. They got 3 there on that south end side, as well as 2 there on the north. But where do you think is the most value to invest these spells?
Definitely going to be trying to save them to use with either the Queen or the Royal Champion at this point. The E-Drags already did pretty much everything he needs them to do. Everything they get at this point is just bonus value. The Royal Champion, as we've seen in a lot of the other attacks today, can just come through on the back end here and just snipe defense after defense after defense. I absolutely love how he used that Battle Blimp, the super minions, to land right on top of the invisibility tower. Because it doesn't matter if the invis goes off, that's actually good for his super minions. They can sit there in the invis and just wait it out. And look at this. He doesn't even need these back-end spells. He still has some E-Dragons alive. He has his King alive. He has the Queen, the Royal Champion, and shout out to that Apprentice Warden that he dropped with the King and the Queen to give them bonus HP. That King and Queen just absolutely crushed through the left side of the base, and Max making it look easy right there. And just like that, Time2Throw are right back in this match.
Yeah, definitely. They're trying to make a comeback from the first attacks that they had, but that triple was beautiful. It played out very, very nice, and it was very well executed. As we mentioned, those spells were invested wisely, and the way that he countered that invisibility spell tower, beautiful. We didn't even need to worry about it since we can go for the other defenses first before getting that Town Hall down.
Yep, that was a great plan, great base identification. Way better to use the super minion blimp there instead of any other air troops, you know, the balloons for the town hall or even a Yeti bomb, because the invis tower would force the balloons away, would force the Yetis away, and then it's a little unpredictable as to whether or not they come back for the town hall. But because those super minions can just outrange everything, even when the invis tower goes off, they just sit there, they chill. They start sniping other defenses and they wait for that invis tower to go away, and then they get the town hall quite easily. And I'm actually pretty impressed how he had E-Dragon stay alive all the way to the end of the attack there.
Yeah, they were alive all the way through, which helped those heroes out a lot to help on cleanup duty. And I can't wait to see what the next base is going to be. Do you think Time2Throw will be bringing 5 ring bases, or do you think we already cleared the first 2?
Yeah, I think they're going to be bringing 5 ring bases. I have a lot of experience playing with some of these players in the past. Max and I were playing on teams together for quite a while, and typically the defensive strategy here is if you're going to use 1 ring base, you got to use 5. There's no point in only using a couple, because the whole strategy is there's got to be at least 1 or 2 players on the other team that are maybe not comfortable hitting ring bases, and the only way to guarantee those players are going to hit ring bases is if all 5 are ring bases. But here we go with Kronos using the lightning spells to take out a rage tower, take out an expo and an inferno tower early. He's using the warden and some healers to set a funnel, and it's going to be the first electro titan attack we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it is nice to see that we're bringing them in with zaps here as well. We've got some nice value, as you mentioned, and that first wall breaker giving us access, and the wooden, of course, will follow everything through. And we're hoping to get that king into that outer ring here as well to clear out some of those buildings, to force all of the masses of troops into this secondary ring and hopefully get some more access towards the town hall compartment. But do you think that everything's going to go into the town hall compartment? Because the problem we've got here is I think once we get that multi-inferno down, I think we're going to trail a little bit around the outside here.
Yeah, it's looking a little interesting. He's got that jump spell to try to force them in. A lot of players will question why the open walls here, but as you can see, even with those open walls, the pathing is so wonky. Most of the troops are skipping the town hall. Luckily for Kronos, the queen comes back around, takes the town hall, but now it's getting really messy with that invis tower going off right there. The E-Titans go back to the outside. That allows the monolith to do a lot of damage. We don't have any spell support left, so we're relying a little bit on good luck, seeing what the monolith is targeting. Kronos really crossing his fingers and hoping that his royal champion doesn't get targeted.
Yeah, that monolith is still hitting pretty hard, but we do get it done there with the royal champion, as you mentioned. She's also still got her ability here as well as we start to approach that scatter shot, and Kronos is already celebrating as these heroes are pushing through those last few defenses. We got that baby dragon on cleanup duty around the outside of the base, whilst that wizard tower is also distracted, and Kronos is bringing home another triple for Tribe Gaming, and Tribe Gaming are going 3 for 3.
Yeah, beautiful attack right there from Kronos. It ended up working out well. Still felt slightly risky. I feel like the E-Titan pathing wasn't super secure. I think he was relying on just a few timings being perfect. The queen going in, sniping the town hall was definitely clutch. It worked out in his favor, but I wouldn't say it was overkill. It was still a little close, so the ring bases still haven't been able to get the defense yet, but I feel like they're close. They're almost there. They might be saving the best ring bases for the last 2. Who knows?
I mean, it makes sense to lead the hardest ring bases up until the end because more planning might be needed. So we might still get that defense towards the end. Just because they're crushing these early ring bases might not mean anything. And as you mentioned, it only needs one of them to fail, and it can go horribly wrong since you have that town hall in the center and the core as the heart of the base. And if you don't get in there, you're just going to walk all the way around the outside, and that town hall will stay up, and that could be the 2 stars that Time2Throw need.
Yep, that's the whole point to the ring bases. So I think Time2Throw already have their strategy. They threw up the ring bases. Now they just need to focus on their offense. They can't slip up because they already slipped up once. And Tribe Gaming, they're looking super hot, 3 for 3. So Time2Throw need to just focus everything on their offense right now. They have to secure another 3-star here to at least put some pressure on Tribe Gaming's next attack on one of those ring bases.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we still got to attack for time to throw, and since we fell short on one of them, we need to make sure we're keeping these triples coming in. So if Tribe Gaming do slip up, that they could hold that lead that they've got. And Van is up next for time to throw. And what have we got? We got some more Zap Lalo in here. 7 Zap spells, no Quake, Lex.
No Quake spell at all. Tells me he's going to be dropping those lightnings right on top of the Queen and the Inferno Tower. That's exactly what he does. 7 lightning spells with no earthquake. That's the best value you can get, is dropping them exactly on a Queen, on an Inferno Tower. Sets up a little bit of pathing. He's also able to barely reach the Rage Tower with it as well. So some pretty high value zaps. Doing a little bit of funneling on the southeast side of the base here, and it looks like he's going to be setting up the Queen to go in toward the Town Hall.
Yeah, I mean, we got that Giant just helping out the Queen here, since we want to release a little bit of pressure, so we've got no healers to help get that health back. We do have the Unicorn at hand here on the Queen as she trails around the outside, and a few minions stupid goblins coming in there to clear up around the outside so the Queen can trail into that Town Hall compartment. Oh, the King! Where is he going?
He dipped all the way back around for a Skelly trap that the Royal Champion was fighting, but then the Royal Champion killed the Skellies while the King was halfway there, so the King dipped out again. But now he comes all the way back around a second time, and he'll be able to get the scatter shot. But I'm wondering if he expected the RC to make it all the way to the core and pull the CC troops out. Meanwhile, while we were focused on that, I think his Queen completely skipped the Town Hall.
Yeah, very unfortunate. We have to try and make a recovery from that one. I mean, we do still have a blimp or whatever we want to use there. At the moment, we do have that Flame Flinger active. The Town Hall is active over there, so we could potentially use it, but the Monolith would outrange it anyway, so maybe we'll get a blimp in here, actually. Oh, no, we do send the Flame Flinger in regardless for that Town Hall area, and we'll get some additional troops there to try and get that Monolith down, and we've got that Lalo already going in with that Warden ability. We've also got a few loons with that Dragon Rider trying to get that Eagle Artillery down so we can get rid of that pressure off of these loons as we head towards the double multi-inferno core of Nebraska's base.
Looking a little rough for Van. He's got the balloons on the top side. He's got the balloons on the left side. They're trying to make their way in for that multi, but the other multi that was doing double damage was just devastating the Royal Champion there. As you can see, a sliver of health. She's still alive on 1 HP, ready to defend this base. Even though the Flame Flinger does take out the Town Hall, I don't think it's looking good here for Van to be able to pick up the 3 stars.
No, unfortunately not. There was not enough power from these loons, and also the double sweeper. They were knocking back some of these loons. As you can see, they're still standing here, and it's all about how much percent we can get. That Hound's still up there. It'll do a little bit of damage there on that Flame Flinger, but we've only got 15 seconds to get some additional percentage in. Not ideal here for time to throw, and we got another 2-star on the board.
Yeah, very unfortunate here. At least it's still decent percent. So time to throw, still hopefully relying on their ring bases to carry them through this matchup. They're definitely going to have to triple out their last 2 attacks later, but Tribe Gaming completely in the driver's seat of this matchup right here. They need to probably adjust their plans if needed. Make sure they have plan Bs for the Town Halls in the middle of these ring bases. Last thing they need right now is a 1-star that's going to give time to throw the chance to turn the tides here and win this match out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, 1-star would be devastating right now from time to throw. They need to try and get as much value as possible, and a 1-star would not be pretty good there. But Tribe, they're looking perfect so far. And we still got 2 hits left. I mean, it's ring bases as we said, so anything could happen still, but they're looking very strong.
I'm really enjoying seeing how Tribe Gaming are breaking down these ring bases as well. They've had 3 completely different strategies so far, and now we get to see how Yo-Yo23 is going to break this one down. And he's going with Super Bowlers on this one. No lightning spells, only 2 E-Titans, 3 Super Bowlers, and the 1 jump spell to help support.
Yeah, we started that Warden walk off here. As you said, the Healer's also deployed, and Flame Flinger on the northern side. At this moment, you have to be patient, let that Warden Walk pick off the buildings, as well as that Flame Flinger on the northern side. And we've got a bit of that combo with the Super Bowlers and the Titans, and we've only deployed a few of those healers. We've still got one remaining, but once we've sniped off a lot of these buildings on that left-hand side, we can pull that Warden towards the south-hand side here, actually, to allow for everything to enter here towards a single Inferno. It is locked onto our Warden here, so Yo-Yo does deploy a freeze spell to stop the damage coming in here. As those Super Bowls do some more damage, we've got the double wall break opening the first 2 layers of walls, and that jump spell to connect these outer compartments all the way through to that core Town Hall compartment.
So far, everything looking great for Yo-Yo 23. That Flame Flinger getting awesome value on the top side of the base. The King on the left side going to clear everything. I am a little worried that this Warden ability felt like it was a few seconds early, as it already wore off. The Bowler's going to sit inside that Giga Bomb, that Giga Poison, take a lot of damage, but these healers are doing a phenomenal job of keeping them alive. Look at that. They can get all the way to the backside Expo. Still take it out, still get some bounce value, even with the Tornado Trap spinning him in circles. He's got one more rage, one invis. The healer's still up. The Royal Champion from the right side of the base with almost no hard-hitting defenses to contest her, and this is another crushed base.
Yeah, this is a 4 out of 4 now for Tribe Gaming, and look how much is still remaining. The heroes are still alive, and look how much we still got there in the corner. There's a Super Bowler still up. We got cleanup around the outside, and another beautiful triple coming in from Yo-Yo. It was very, very well executed all the way through the double wall break at the jump to connect into the core of the base. And yes, the Warden ability did seem a little bit early, but it played off very, very nicely.
It worked out perfectly with the healers following the plan and sticking to the Super Bowlers and keeping them alive. And that one Ice Golem that came out slightly delayed, the timing was so perfect for Yo-Yo because it actually went into the Town Hall area and kept the Super Bowlers stuck right there, which normally you don't want your Super Bowlers stuck in the Giga Poison, but it actually allowed the healers to stay just a couple tiles away from the Giga Poison, and it kept the healers alive, which is wild.
Yeah, it was very, very well done. It looked like every single troop on the board knew exactly what to do and to make sure that they can get every building down to get the triple that they need. It was very, very well played out there. And these bases are not doing any favors for Time2Throw just yet. There is one final base, and we'll see if that will slip up for Tribe Gaming or if they're going to go all the way and get that perfect wall.
I wanted to see if ring bases could make a comeback, but Tribe Gaming, they're too good for these ring bases. It seems like they have practiced against ring bases time and time again, and they seem to be handling them just perfectly so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see. It's nice to bring them back every so often, and sometimes it can pay off, but not up against these world-class teams. They know how to crack these ring bases. They know how to get that triple on them. And as you mentioned, there's been a different strategy on each one, which is also nice to see. So we know that regardless which strategy you use, it seems to just still push through. And Dobbs is up with another attack for Time2Throw, and we've got some more Queen Charge Lalo.
Always fun to see the jump spell being used with the Queen Charge here. He's also got a Battle Drill activated. We'll see if he can find a really good spot to use that. Rocket balloons on the right side of the base do snipe that air defense right away. The King going inside the lower compartment. He's meant to clear a little bit of a funnel for the Queen, but also to take out the enemy Archer Queen with his ability. Take note of this healer getting targeted early by an Archer Tower. He sees it as well. He's going to try to fix that by sending a couple balloons to save the day. I'm impressed that Queen just stepped perfectly inside for the scatter shot like that.
Yeah, the Queen knows where she's supposed to go, and you got those Clan Castle troops that were a little bit distracting here, and there's still some remaining that will slowly pass towards it. King's cleared out pretty nicely on the southern side. The Rage Spell Tower going off, which means the Queen will be taking in a little bit more damage, but the healers also raged up, as well as the Queen, making sure that she stays at full health. And Dobbs has now deployed that Royal Champion to help push through that left-hand side and go for that Scattershot compartment. Let's see what happens with the Queen here. We do still have that jump and a few wall breakers. We actually open up the walls here towards that
Ooh.
multi-inferno on the southern side. So Dubs uses that jump spell to make sure that she can get that first multi-inferno down. She's taking quite a bit of damage in here and doesn't force her ability just yet though.
No, it's looking pretty decent. I like that jump spell to give Queen access to a lot of these multis. He's already got the Lalo moving toward the town hall. I can't help but feel like it might have been a few seconds early here as the multis are still up. They're going to be able to damage the balloons quite a bit. The battle drill, he did use it on the outside, on the right side of the base, but I don't know if that was the best call because it was only really ground targeting defenses over there. I feel like a slammer actually would have gotten way more value. His Archer Queen goes down without getting either of those Inferno Towers in the core, and I don't think the jump spell ends up getting any value because of that.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. I think if we had a different break, I mean, that multi-inferno on that southern side still standing there where we did have that one break open up the walls, but the enemy royal champion was too much for our queen to push through. We got cleaned up all the way around the base, but it's not enough to get those infernos down. Those defenses still holding strong there for Tribe Gaming, and yet another 2-star on the board here for Time to Throw. We're getting some decent percentage in here, but it's not enough to make a comeback from these beautiful triples that we've been having from Tribe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just the 2 Inferno Towers here that save the base. I mean, he had the plan for them, the jump spell to give Queen access over there, but just not enough other spells to keep her alive. She did die to that enemy royal champion. And Time to Throw with another high percentage attack now, unless their last ring base is somehow the best base in the world. They've already got to start thinking about the bracket reset, the next matchup, what their defensive play for that match might be. I'm guessing we're not going to see ring bases again in the next match.
Well, I would hope not, since, as you can see, Tribe know how to take them down and crush. I mean, we do still have Exorcist at the very, very end there. Let's hope that it's not another disconnect. I mean, Time to Throw, probably hoping that it will be to try and make a comeback, but I'm pretty sure that Tribe will have their ints and they're already set and fixed, ready for that final attack.
Let's hope so. Exorcist in with the final attack for Tribe Gaming, crossing our fingers, hoping he's got his internet situation figured out. Going with some early zap spells. Again, we're seeing the lightning spells be combined with a queen charge, and not even Lalo on this one, but Hog Riders.
Yeah, we got that clearance there around that town hall compartment. Queen starting her pathing from the southern side, and we had a little bit of funding in here so she can enter a little bit closer towards these major defenses. And we've got those healers at hand, and those clan castle troops are going to get pulled from Dubs' clan castle here, and poison at hand. Since there's a bunch of them still to deal with, they will go down pretty quickly, and these ice golems are just going to be holding that queen in place here while she takes a bit of damage. We may have to use a rage spell in here just to make sure she gets as much health as possible.
Exactly right. Having to rage the Archer Queen and the healers here to get through this left side monolith. We're about to get in range of that. A couple Teslas popping up as well. Queen takes care of those CC troops. Gets the Inferno Tower. She's going to keep walking to the left. We have a couple wall breakers here to use. We use the first one to hit that junction. That'll give us access to the CC building. Then one more well-placed wall breaker will give Queen access to the town hall chamber. Ooh, I don't know if that hits the junction. I think it might barely. Yes.
Ooh, yes. Oh, the Queen's pulling some sneaking air mines here. These healers getting picked off one by one, and we get the last multi-inferno down there on that left-hand side. And here we go. We got those Hog Riders coming in from that north-hand side, and there's also a drill coming in there around the 1 o'clock area, which is going to alleviate the pressure from that one expo. But once it does surface, it will go back onto these hogs.
Yep, we got the Hog Riders moving in now, and I'm a little worried about them getting hit by the Giga Poison, but it looks like they're actually barely going to dodge it, just a tile to the right. Queen took the town hall. Queen is healthy. We got that battle drill on the right side of the base. It keeps going underground. It's going to stun the single target Inferno Tower, and all of a sudden this is looking really good, even with most of the Hog Riders fizzling out. The champion still in the middle of the base, has her ability. The battle drill is still alive. The Queen is still alive. The healers helping to keep the Warden alive as well now. It is a beautiful plan from Exosys and Tribe Gaming with just a wonderful performance today. The perfect war, 15 stars against Ring Bases.
I mean, you love to see the perfect wars. It shows how well they've planned against every single one of the bases, and unfortunately the Ring bases did not pay off here. And I'm pretty sure, as you said, we're not going to be seeing any more Ring bases in the next match.
No, definitely, at least not against Tribe Gaming, but maybe if you're facing someone else, you might want to give it a try. But these guys know what they're doing against Ring bases. You can see the scoreboard right there, 15-9. Very impressive from Tribe Gaming. They make it all the way to the grand finals from the lower bracket, and they're not happy with second place. These guys are competitive. They want to win it all.
Yeah, they're going all out, and they are really putting on a fight. I mean, going through to that lower bracket against, I mean, Time2Throw were the ones who put them in that lower bracket, and now they're got that rematch, and they're just showing them, nope, we've got what it takes to take you down now this time round, and they brought fire.
Yep, Time2Throw already have to start getting into the mindset of the second match. They still got one more attack to do here. Try to hit a 3-star at least. If they are able to do that, it'll boost their confidence a little bit, get them up to 12 stars moving into the second match. But I'm sure most of their players are already starting to think about which bases they want to run on defense, maybe start thinking about their strategy of who should attack first and whatnot, and start getting into that mindset. But let's first see what Diego can do with a little super bowler smash against Exosys base.
We started that water walk down here on the bottom right side here, and we're going to start to get some funding there as well on the 3 o'clock side with that one Yeti, and we're just got to be patient here. And we actually have a Stone Slammer, a Siege Barracks here as well, so we'll probably deploy that with the King to get some more value there, maybe on that southern side. Or what do you think the plan is for that Town Hall?
It's hard to tell. I think he wants to ward and walk the scatter shot here, and then he's going to send in the super bowlers from the right where that cannon currently is, over by 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then King and Siege Barracks are going to be along the outside, and then he's just going to rely on a really good wall break and jump spell to get him all the way to the Town Hall.
Oh, this is really nice setup here, and we do have some hidden Teslas popping up there around that monolith, which we have got distracted by that skeleton spell there, and we're still approaching towards the core now. That jump spell is connecting the Eagle Artillery area to the Multi-Inferno, and by not deploying it directly over these first walls here, means that everything does have to get that Eagle Artillery down first before jumping all the way through.
He is doing a great job of trying to save this ward ability as long as he can. Pops it right there once he finally makes it to the middle of the base. Queen able to start working on some of these Inferno Towers. Bowlers are starting to get some bounce value there, taking out the Spell Towers, taking out the Town Hall, but we lose a lot of troops. We're going to invis. We're going to rage the Queen of the Unicorn. She will get the Town Hall with her ability. That was looking scary there for a second, but we still have a lot of troops on the upper side of the base.
There's still a lot pushing through, and we've also just deployed that World Champion as well to help out there where possible, and she can actually jump directly over these walls and get these Multi-Inferno down, which will help to keep these healers alive. I mean, there was a sweeper in Diego's favor, keeping them far away from that Multi-Inferno damage. We have got a Headhunter as well to help with the enemy King that's still standing in this Town Hall compartment, and these Super Bowlers still pushing through pretty nicely. There's the Tornado Trap. Unfortunately, the World Champion will be taking quite a bit of damage there up against the enemy King, but 32 seconds, and we've only got 15 buildings still left here on Exosys base.
Yeah, the time's starting to run down here with no more spell support, no Royal Champion, no heroes at all. The rest of these troops are pretty slow moving through this base, with the healers keeping the P.E.K.K.A., keeping the E-Titan alive. I feel like he's got plenty of firepower, but he might be looking at a time fill. The Wizard from the south side trying to do what he can to get in there, but 3, 2, 1, and it falls short at 99% for Diego.
very unfortunate ending there for Time to Throw, but it's not over yet. Tribe Gaming will be winning this matchup, which means there is a reset.